Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends and subscribers. This is Muhammad Sheikh, and from past few videos I'm working on a tutorial series of developing a CRUD application using Yii2 framework. Okay, in this video I will discuss how to publish a post or how to insert a record into the database. Okay, so let's start our discussion of creating a post. Okay, so first we need to display a create post button here on the top of this table, so that whenever user click on that button, he should be redirected to some other page or some other function inside the controller gets called. Okay, so for that we need to go to our editor. Okay, now I am on my editor and you can see this home.php file is open, and now we need to create a row with a class of row. Okay, and then I have to create a span, and then a link, HTML link. Okay, and then we need to put a label, and then let's create an array. Inside this array we need to pass the URL. Okay, this is the name of our controller, which is site, and inside our site controller we need to create a function with a name called as create. Okay, and then we need to give it a class as btn primary. Okay, now save it, and now let's refresh our page. Okay, now it's displaying a button to create a post. Okay, so let's give some space below this button. So let's come here to span style, and then margin bottom as 20 pixel. Okay, now so now we have to create a function with a name called as create inside our site controller, so that whenever user click on this create button, he should be redirected to that create function. Okay, so come here and just below this create a function, public function action create. Okay, so you need to give the same name which you have given in this URL. Okay, so create. Okay, and the function name should be prefixed with the keyword action. Okay, now I will display a message as create post. Okay, so now let's click on this create button, so you can see I'm accessing that function in which I have written create post. Okay, so you can see the moment when I click on that create button, the URL gets changed, and now it's giving me a path as localhost / our project name / web / index.php and question mark and then r equals to site. So this is the controller which we are using right now. Okay, so inside this site controller we have a create function. Okay, so we are inside the create function. That's what it's denoting here in the URL. And so now we need to create one file with a name called as create. Okay, so let's right click on this, click on new file, and then save it as create.php. Okay, now let's make a header h1 create post. Okay, and now we need to call this create.php inside this create function. I'll just copy this and paste it here. I will change it to create. Okay, let's remove this save it, and now refresh. Okay, now we are successfully loading the create.php template. Okay, so now let's come here. Okay, and then we need to pass a model to this. Okay, we need to create our model, object of our model, new posts. Okay, and then we need to pass this model to our create template to display the form. Okay, posts. Okay, and then $post. Okay, now we need to go to create.php. Okay, and then just copy this entire code and paste it here. Okay, so now let's remove this row. Okay, let's remove this table. Okay, save it, and then just remove this as well. We'll just bring it to top, cut it and paste it here. Create post. Okay, so just indent. We don't want this jumbotron, and we don't want this as well. Okay, now we need to create a form. Okay, so for creating a form we need to add the above this row to start a PHP tag. Okay, and then form equals to, we need to create a form first, active form. We need to start a form, begin. Okay, and then need to create a row for displaying the first input field. Okay, so before that we are using an active form class, so we need to use it at the top of the form. Use Yii, and then widgets, active form. Okay, so we need to use active form widget here at the top of the our create.php. Okay, and then div of class form control. Okay, and one more div, then class of column 6. And then create a form field of type input. Okay, $post comma title. Okay, so this post where we have passed from the controller, you can see to this create template we have passed this post model. Okay, so we have to access this post model to create the form fields. Okay, so now let's see, refresh. Okay, title. Okay, now let's see form. Okay, form equals to active form. We have begin. Okay, and then at the end we need to close the form. Okay, below this PHP active form, we need to end it as well. Save it. Okay, PHP in active form, and then we have to end it. Okay, then okay, form active form begin, and then form field. Save it. Okay, okay, from group, save it. Okay, now title is displaying fine. Okay, now we need to create we need to just copy this complete row. Okay, and then we need to change it to first one is title and second one is description, and then this description will be of the type text area. Okay, which will have the rows 6. Okay, and then copy this entire thing again and then paste it for displaying category. Okay, for category we need to first create the items. Okay, dollar items equals to okay, the first one is e-commerce. Okay, just copy this and put it here, comma, and then just copy, paste CMS MVC. Okay, MVC. Next, then we need to change it to drop down list. Okay, so we need to display these items inside the drop down, that's why we are choosing a drop down list. Okay, and then we need to pass the items inside this. Okay, and then first we need to tell the user a message to select any of the item. Okay, now let's see. Okay, fine. Okay, we are displaying these items. Okay, your form field post. Okay, category and drop down list items. Okay, prompt. Okay, there was some spelling mistakes. Okay, now it's displaying fine. Okay, now let's display a submit button. Okay, so for displaying this submit button, okay, here we need to create 2 sections, all LG3. Okay, and then of column, another column of size 2 of width 2. Okay, and then HTML submit button create post. Okay, and then sorry, class as btn primary. Okay, and then we need to create a link so that whenever user click on that link, he should be redirected to the home page. Okay, so let's create that. A href and then okay, echo ye, okay, home URL. Okay, so this will return the home URL of our project, so that whenever user click on that link, he should be redirected to the home URL. Okay, and then class equals to btn primary, and then okay, now let's see. Okay, unexpected. Okay, here. Okay, this is an array, so let's refresh. Okay, okay, we need to give it a label as go back. Okay, save it. Okay, so when I click on this, I should be redirected to my home page. Okay, so when I click on this create, I'll be redirected to the create post form. Okay, now let's come to our form is done. So we need to now we need to write the functionality for saving the data into the database. Okay, so let's see, come here. Okay, and then form data. Okay, app request post. Okay, if post, okay, load. If the form data gets loaded successfully, okay, then we will run another if $post of save. We will be saving the data. Okay, otherwise, okay, here we will give the user a success message using session if the data gets saved successfully. Okay, $app get session, then set flash. Okay, and then we need to put a key and value for that key. Message. Okay, and then post published successfully. Okay, so now then I'll be redirecting the user to the home page. Turn this redirect to our home page. Okay, else will be displaying an error message. Post failed to post. Okay, failed to post. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now let's check. Okay, so let's try to save any of the post. Okay, so first title and then description and then category. Okay, so let's click on this create post. Okay, home. Okay, so let's just change it to index. Okay, let's click on this create. Okay, so let's try to submit the form without entering any information in any of this text box. So if I do that, it will throw me an error. Okay, so now I will type and then I will paste it here. Okay, so let's click on here. Okay, okay, so previously as well the data was saved successfully, but the problem was with this index. I had to enter this index.php file. We need to tell the user to go to the index page, so that's why it was showing an error. Okay, so now the data gets saved successfully. Okay, and but we didn't get the success message because we have not displayed that message on our home page. Okay, so for that we need to go to our home page and then okay, just above this, okay, at the top. Okay, so okay, so let us display the message here itself. Okay, if Yii app session has flash. Okay, then we need to put the key, the same key we need to enter here, which we have given here inside our controller, which is this one. Okay, message. Okay, and if save it. Okay, so now let's select copy and now refresh. Click on this create angularjs. Okay, okay, we got okay, but I haven't printed it, so let's do that. Echo Yii app and session, then get flash. Okay, and then key, which is message. Okay, okay, let's copy another record. Okay, let's click on it. Laravel. Okay, now let's click create. Okay, so now it's displaying me a messages post published successfully, but it's not styled properly. Okay, so we can apply styling if you want to this. Okay, so now you can see we have successfully created a post and we have saved that post inside the database. Okay, so now let's go to our site controller. Okay, now this is the post or the model which we have created in our last video, and we are using this model to interact with our database to save the data. Okay, so here we are requesting the data which user is going to enter inside this form. Okay, so whatever information user is going to enter inside this form, that information will get collected and stored inside here. And here we are checking if the post data is loaded successfully, and then we will be saving that data. If the data gets saved, then we will be displaying a proper message to the user. Okay, and then we will be redirecting the user to the index template. Okay, otherwise if the data didn't get loaded successfully, then that means the record didn't get saved inside the database, and based on that we will be displaying them a messages failed to post. Okay, and this one is to render the create post. Okay, so this is everything about creating a post. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I hope you get some useful information out of this video. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, click on like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next video, where I will show you how to display a single blog post. Okay, so whenever user click on this view link, a different page gets opened where the user will be going to see this particular post in full detail. Okay, so I will discuss everything about it in my next video, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.